everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you new here, my name is Julie. Nice to meet you. I kind of just want to have like a talk, I guess. So this video was originally supposed to go up last week with a Q&A. I had posted something on my Instagram stories about answering some questions. However, the tragic death of George Floyd happened and the Black Lives Matter movement really, obviously it has started before, but it really has heightened since that incident happened, and there's so many things that have happened in between. So I chose not to post on my YouTube or my Instagram, or well, the only other social media I have is TikTok, but I chose to stay off those and only post resources on my Instagram that were related to the movement, because I felt like there's so much more things going on. You might have seen my Monday video, which if you're seeing this when I'm posting it, it was posted on Monday. I had filmed that before this whole thing happened and I was just busy with school, so I wasn't able to film this for Monday, so that's why it was there. But it was supposed to go up, I think it was, I don't know the date, it was supposed to originally go on June 1st, but I felt weird, and doing an affordable bikini haul was like so unimportant compared to everything that's going on in this world. I know I am a small channel and like I have a small platform. I'm not naive, but also I want to do what I can to help. I feel like I have been educating myself on this matter for this past week, watching documentaries, movies, TV shows. There's a bunch of stuff that are linked down below. I have signed so many petitions. They're really easy to do, so I have linked petitions. If you have the means to donate, you can donate. I've left some donation spots. I've left some Instagrams of small Black owned businesses and other resources like that, movies, books, TV shows that you can watch to kind of get educated. It's really sad, and I feel like I don't like, it's just so hard to say. And I've always promised myself that if I were to ever do YouTube or have even like the small, like I don't have a big platform, but if I were to ever have some type of it, I would want to also use, not only use it for things that I love like fashion, lifestyle, but I also want to use it for something positive. So that's what I want to do now. I feel like I am educated on the subject and like my belief, but I don't feel like that I'm educated enough, nor should be a person educating about the movement. Like I feel like that role wasn't meant for me. I completely support it. Again, educating myself, because the things that we like, if you can't do things physically, you can, because a lot like with this whole Black Lives Matter movement, I still feel weird kind of posting a affordable bikini haul because that just seems so unimportant. And I feel like I took the week that I muted my platforms to kind of to learn. I have been informing myself more what's going on. I feel like I'm not a super political person. I don't really read the news a lot, but I feel like I'm doing a disservice to myself without informing myself of what's going on, because I'm not a racist. I think everyone should be treated as equals. I think it's, if I'm being frank, absolute bullshit that we're not treated as equals. I don't know who decided one day that one race or gender or person with a certain sexuality was better than others. I think that we're all human beings to the core, and we should all treat each other like human beings. And as a society, we need to get our shit together and actually practice what we preach and be as equals. Like there's no reason for all the injustices in the world in like the grand scheme of things. There's like, in my opinion, there's no reason for all this violence to go on or this discrimination or anything. Like I don't like, I can't put together, because maybe I just grew up in a household and in a community where it's very diverse, so mostly everyone is very accepting of others. Not that we don't care about each other's races, like we see each other, but it's more as, okay, well, we're all as equals. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I just grew up in a community where everyone was just very accepting of each other, and I'm really grateful that I grew up on that, because I'm able to understand more of everything that's going on. And I like, it's hard to put into thoughts, because I feel like I am a person of color per se. I am a Hispanic. I'm a Cuban Puerto Rican American, even though I am that, and that comes with struggles of which honestly I haven't had that many struggles. I've only been racially profiled once, that in another country, but that's just a different story. I will never understand the struggle that a Black human being goes through, or any struggle that different genders or different races go through. And I feel like, especially of like African Americans. I will never understand their struggle from their perspective in terms of I will never go through what they go through, but I understand that they are going through a struggle. I am listening and I am trying to educate myself on the matter, and I feel like I was educated on the matter before. I never really watched the news. I only saw what came up on social media, but this whole week I have been looking at the news more, reading articles more about the matter, watching documentaries, TV shows. I just finished Little Fires Everywhere, I think. There's so many things more to do. It's just like, for me, it's just really disheartening that like another human being has to be fearful of their lives every single day, that they have to go through certain things. As a woman, like, I look in my car before I get in my car to make sure there's no one in there, but that's not even like something compared to what other people go through, and it feels so minuscule. Like, as I mentioned before, like I was racially profiled once, which I don't look the most Hispanic. I'm not as tan as other Hispanics or whatever, but it did happen to me in another country, and I don't even want to say that story because I feel like it's so small compared to everything else. I just wish we lived in a society where everyone was not only accepting but understood one another and their struggles, and we lived in a world where certain genders, races, or people with certain sexualities weren't scared of their lives every single day for just living and being who they are. Again, I think we need to get our shit together. I definitely don't want this to be the end of like a conversation like this. Usually, like in the past, I would kind of shy away from talking about things like this because, again, like I wasn't as informed. I do want to open the communication. If you guys have any questions or just need to talk, you're more than welcome to message me on Instagram or wherever. I'm willing to listen. I have listed some resources down below: petitions, donations, small Black owned businesses, some links on Instagram and all that, so you guys are more than welcome to check out. Also, if there's some that I missed or some that you guys want people to see, you guys are more than welcome to leave it in the comments down below. The comment sections are welcomed to anything you want to say. I hope I communicated what I'm trying to say okay. This is, again, not the end of this conversation, nor do I want it to be. Out of respect and also just based off my knowledge that I obviously could use I am trying to use my voice to amplify others' voices as well. I'm trying to communicate the best that I can. Again, my comment sections are open if you guys want to leave resources or whatever. It is really tragic, everything that has happened, not just in the past couple months, for years, for decades. Like, it's just, to me, it's fucking ridiculous, like everything that Black community has been through. I think right now, I think the thing that has bothered me the most of this is people that are like, all lives matter. They do matter. But I saw this video or this cartoon, which if I find it, I'll put it right here, but it was like, oh, like someone put like a fire out, like someone's house was on fire, and someone was like, well, my house could get on fire. It was something like that. Again, if I find it, it'll be right here. It was just like, right now, all lives do matter in the scheme of things, but right now it's Black lives that matter. It's that community that are struggling, that have been struggling, that we need to put our effort as human beings to help. Like, we need to do what we can do in whatever way they need us to help. All I have to say for now. Again, I don't want this to be the end of the conversation. Yeah, I just hope that we all get our act together and that we're able to live in a world where we're all treated and seen as equals and there's no violence. Everything is just peaceful and we're all able to live in harmony. That's an ideal world. I hope, obviously, sunshines and rainbows and unicorns aren't gonna happen, but hopefully something close to that. I want to do more of these like sit down talks. So as I said before, all the resources for the Black Lives Matter movement is linked down below. It only takes like 5 minutes to sign like a bunch of petitions. All you have to do is put your name and email and all that. So please take a chance to do it. Instead of watching a movie that you've seen 1,000 times, watch one of the movies linked down below. I watched The Hate You Give a couple months ago. Incredible movie. I have that one linked down below. I think it's on Hulu. We really need to use our voices to help those in need right now, and those in need right now is the Black community. So do whatever you can. If you have them, like I said, if you have the means to donate. Sign petitions. That doesn't cost any money, unless I know some of them you can donate, but you don't have to. Educate, learn, listen, and all that, so we can become a better world that we actually want to live in. Bye.